to your messages for the week. Today is Saturday, the 30th of March, 2024. And let's have a look and see what messages are coming through for us this week and this Easter. So happy Easter. To those of you that celebrate Easter, happy holidays. To those of you that are just happy to have maybe some time off. And just happy days if neither of the first two apply to you. It looks like that card does though. Okay, so we're going to want to look at also this week for the messages for April, because Monday is of course the 1st of April. So I will be doing messages for the month of April, and it is exciting time, but there doesn't seem to be any more cards because and there's only 2 out, so that's really interesting. I think it is exciting times because we're in eclipse season. So we had the lunar eclipse last Monday, and we're coming up to the 8th of April, where we have a solar eclipse. So I'm not an astrologer. So, but amybirdastrology.com is. Yeah, exciting times energy-wise. So the messages for last week were all about kind of a fatigue that was going on collectively and how we think we need more sleep, but actually we just need a change. A change is as good as a rest was the message. So I hope you have had an opportunity to do something a little bit different and just to bring in some kind of change to help you relax. And just, I think it's more what you see, mental relaxation really, because yeah, we had the 9 of Swords, and very often that's the fatigue that comes from the monkey chatter. So it doesn't always have to be physically resting. Sometimes doing something quite physical can be mentally relaxing, can't it? So remembering, of course, that we are multidimensional beings, and we need to look after the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual parts of who we are. And if that's all new to you, link in the description, video in the end screen to my the first lesson in awakening, which is understanding yourself as a multidimensional being. Okay, so let's dive straight in and see what cards we have here. Oh wow, there's only 2, but it might be short and sweet. I don't know. Let's see how we go. The first one is the Emperor. Well, of course, he's Aries, and we're in Aries now. And he's a major arcana card. He's obviously symbolic of the Aries energy. So that's pioneers. Yes, I want to use the word pioneers because we really are pioneers at the moment. We are pioneers of creating heaven on earth, of creating heaven in physical form. That's what it's all about. And it hasn't been done before. So we are pioneers. And especially those of you, if you're watching this video, thank you for your service to humanity, because for sure you are a light worker or conscious of raising your frequency and expanding into higher levels of consciousness. And when you do that and you vibrate at a higher frequency, you are serving so many more people, of course. We know that from Dr. David Hawkins and his map of consciousness. So the higher your level of consciousness, the more you can counterbalance those that are vibrating at a lower level. So if you feel like you want to do something to help the world, to raise the frequency and expand the consciousness of the collective, and you don't know what to do, love yourself a little bit more. It's all about going within and working on your own frequency. It's not selfish. There is only you creating your reality. And the more you love you, and the more you raise your own frequency, the more you create that higher frequency in the collective. It's quantum mechanics. We don't need to understand how it all works. I mean, we're not car mechanics, right? But we can drive a car. So we don't have to be quantum physicists to understand that raising our frequency is helping the collective. It really is. I'll put a link in, not a link, I'll put the statistics. I want to put the statistics in the description of the level of vibration. I will put in the, oh, see, now I've got to work out how we're going to do all of this. You can tell these are all so unplanned. I just literally press record and see what comes out. So in the thumbnail, I will put a picture of, I'll just put a picture of the scale of consciousness. And so I have talked about it on many videos, and I am going to be doing a video on the scale, on the map of consciousness, a full detailed one. But for now, and then I'll put a link, I'll put a description of the statistics so that what frequency you're vibrating at, how many people you're counterbalancing that are below 200 on that scale. Anyone that's been watching me for a while knows what I'm talking about, but if you are new to my channel, please stay with me on that, because I refer to it in many videos. And I will be doing one shortly on that to make it all clear. But the point that I want to make is that raising your own frequency, doing what you love, and looking after yourself and putting yourself first, not just on a physical level, I'm talking on an emotional level and a mental level, and nurturing your soul, is the most important thing you can do, because when you do that, you're raising your own frequency, and that does help the collective more than you can realize, because we are the collective, and the outside, the images or the projection, or what we're perceiving as our reality is a holographic projection of us. It's as if we're all going around with virtual reality headsets, creating our own reality and then kind of co-creating in each other's, but there's only us that has control over our reality. It's a reflection of us. And that's hard to get your head around sometimes, but we aren't just the humans that we've incarnated into in this lifetime. We've had numerous lifetimes, because we are the whole universe in one human being. You're not just a drop in the ocean, you're the whole ocean in one drop, said Rumi. You're not just a human being in the universe, you're the whole universe in one human being. When you understand that, you understand that raising your frequency is the most important thing you can do. And it's your act of service to humanity. So loving yourself, doing what you love, putting yourself first is an act of service to humanity, and will add to the peace and love in the collective. It really will, because the real message with this card is stepping into your power. Stepping into your power. So I am going to recommend, and I will put a link in the description, to Dr. David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force, because the whole point of that is your power lies. I mean, the Emperor is all about stepping into your power and taking authority, sovereignty, and all those lovely words. But your power lies in you being in alignment with your divinity, with you being in alignment with what your soul wants you to do, you being in alignment with what your soul came here to do. That's where your power lies. It's also where your abundance lies. Okay, so if you are vibrating at a lower level and you're pushing and you're forcing things, everything's a struggle, because you're operating just from this human energy, and you're not tapping into the divine energy, and that energy is everything. I mean, it's the creator energy, it's the life force, it's the energy that created the mountains and the seas and the animals and everything. So that's how powerful it is and how full of love it is. And that energy is accessible to all of us if we do what we came here to do, and if we do what we love. You know, it doesn't have to be a mystery. I mean, it does help to have these self-realization tools like gene keys, astrology, and the soul profiles that I do and things like that. But really, your guidance is your joy. Your guidance is your excitement. What excites you, what brings you joy, is what you came here to do. That's why it excites you, and that's why it brings you joy. It's also an opportunity for you to express your uniqueness, because we all find joy and excitement in different places. And I think I'm being a really good example of this at the moment, because I'm getting really quite excited just about explaining this stuff. You know, the tarot cards are laden with this wisdom, and I'm so passionate about sharing it. So um, anyway, let's find something in your life that does the same, because it's that that's going to take you to this beautiful abundant path where you can express your true divinity through your human experience. And oh my God, that's what we came here to do. And that's what stepping into your power is. So if you're struggling with things and everything's a big effort, it's because you're doing stuff that your soul doesn't want you to do. So I think that's quite a clear message, isn't it? And the second card that came up is an Ace of Wands. How perfect is that? I mean, Aries, of course, is the beginning. It's the beginning of the new astrological year. It's the beginning of the tarot year. And so it's Aries is also fire, which is wands, and aces are beginnings. So this is a real new beginning of new action, a new fruition. But it comes by stepping into your power. Where does your power lie? Your power lies in love. Your power lies in anything that expands you. So it's like if you're doing a sway test. I'll put a link into that as well. If you're new to all of this, check out the sway test, my very serious video on sway testing before I realized that you could have a laugh doing videos. Because when you do the sway test, you say the word love, okay? Usually people go forward and you sway forward when your cells of your body expand. They expand with the frequency of love, but the frequency of truth as well. And so that's what makes you go forward. And when you say hate or a lie or a falsehood, your cells contract and your body goes backwards, right? I mean, check out the whole video to understand and learn to do it properly. But my point is that when you say love, I was teaching this in a yoga class once, and I was doing this one where you can muscle test and you were pushing the arm down. I don't know if you're aware of that one, but it's one of the ways that you can muscle test somebody. And when you think of love, you're in a state of expansion and your muscles are stronger. They are physically stronger. And then when you say hate, you're in a state of contraction and the arm goes down because it goes weaker. So the muscles and the muscles of your body go weak with a falsehood. With hate or resentment or any of these contracting emotions, the body is literally weaker. Right? Whereas when you say love or focus on something that's good for you, even if you're sway testing all your foods and you sway test an organic fruit, you're going to go forward with expansion because it's good for you. If you sway test tobacco or coffee or sugar or something like this, you're going to go backwards because your body doesn't want it, it's not good for you. And I was doing this once, and when this woman just suddenly realized it, she's like, oh, so if I think about love all day, my body will be stronger, right? And I was just like, yes, yes, yes. Think about love all day and your body will be stronger. It's true. It's a physical, biophysical, I don't know, whatever, scientific, which I'm not. Yeah, it's just a fact, isn't it? So the action going forward is loving. It's passionate, it's fire, it's bold, it's courageous. Love yourself enough to be bold, love yourself enough to be courageous, and love yourself enough to follow your passions. Love yourself enough to love everybody else, because when you love other people, it's a beautiful feeling. Whereas when you judge other people, that's not such a nice feeling, right? When I have resentment towards other people or bitterness or something like that, that's not a nice feeling. And that feeling is going through me. And it doesn't matter what that person has done. That person could be the most horrible person you've ever met. They could be the perpetrator of all sorts of things, right? But you look at them with resentment, bitterness, hatred, whatever you want to, say, that contraction is in my body. It's taking away my power. And he's saying, step into your power. Well, by resenting other people, being bitter towards them, having hatred towards them, my power doesn't lie there because my body's weak when I have those emotions running through my body. So that's what I mean when I say you're giving your power away. They've already done enough nasty things in the collective, okay? You don't need to add to it by making your body suffer, you know? So we have to look for the blessing. We have to look for the good. We have to look for the reflection. This is where the trigger work. Oh my God, there's so much homework now. So much homework for this this week because I'm going to put a link in to the understanding your triggers. If you have all those feelings towards a person or a situation, it's triggering you. And that trigger is telling you something because there is nothing outside of you. From a quantum perspective, there is nothing outside of you. Everything outside is a reflection of the inside. That's the second of the Hermetic principles. There's 7 Hermetic principles. I'll put a link into that one as well. I think the end screen is probably full by now. But the second Hermetic principle is the principle of correspondence. As within, so without. We don't say as without, so within, do we? Everything starts on inside of you. So, but that's why forgiveness is so powerful, because we have to find the forgiveness so that we can transmute that resentment and hatred and bitterness into unconditional love. And we can help, it helps us forgive when you can see the higher picture, when you can see the bigger picture and look at it from a higher level of consciousness. Then you can have a look and see it's just human experience. And the human experience involves all this adversity. And there's adversity that we've done, and we've created, there's adversity that we've co-created, and there's adversity that we've experienced from other people's co-creation. But at the end of the day, it's all coming for the human experience of learning and growing. And if we can look at it from that perspective, it helps take away that negativity and that contraction and helps us understand the whole bigger picture, which is one of a path to love, a path to forgiveness, understanding. Forgiveness is easier when you understand, of course. Otherwise, you just feel like, I can't forgive them because they have these feelings. But when you understand the bigger picture, you understand that at a soul level, we chose the whole lot. At a soul level, we chose the adversity because we knew, especially the advanced souls, which you probably are, we knew that by healing ourselves, we could heal the collective. We knew that the path to expansion lies in overcoming the adversity. That's why everybody's experienced adversity, completely unique, different kinds of adversity, right? But it's all created for our own benefit because we grow when we have to face challenges. It helps us reflect and it helps us expand into more of who we are. So yeah, wow. So that's quite a lot there going on, isn't there? But this is definitely about stepping into your power, understanding where your power lies. Your power lies in loving other people. Oh, that's what I want to say. Your power lies in loving other people. And that involves forgiving and understanding and seeing the bigger picture. That's where your power lies. Because this period of time now, new action, physical action in the physical world. There's new action and there's new fruition that comes from you being able to do what you love, really bring into your reality everything that you love doing, and also the forgiveness, so that you can really expand into more of who you are, because that's where your power lies. Your power lies in expanding into all of who you are and expressing your divinity through your human experience. So this is the beginning of bringing in more divinity, opening up to it and allowing it to shine through your human experience. New beginnings. Where's it going to take you? Where's it going to take you? I can't wait to do the April ones now. It's going to be a good month, isn't it? Ah, I love you all so much. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already liked and shared and subscribed and all those YouTubey things, then please do so. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the April video really shortly. Bye for now.